Rangers,
all the way,
here we go,
here we go,
here we go,
here we go.
C-130 rolling down the strip,
C-130 rolling down the strip.
airborne daddy gonna take a little trip,
Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip.
mission unspoken, destination unknown,
Mission unspoken, destination unknown.
don't even know if we're ever coming home,
Don't even know if we're ever coming home.
stand up.
You want to hear a heartbreaker? I recycled Derby phase because I failed land navigation of all things. It was so horrible because it was pouring rain that day, and I had my little punch card. You have to punch at each point you find. So I got all my. You have to punch it with the puncher.
Yeah.
And then you have to write down the number that's on the point. So I got all my points. I'm walking back. You know, I'm good to go. And I hand it to them, and because it had rained, the water leaked in, and the pen ink had bled. And they said, "Hey, Ranger, what's this number here?" And I said, like, 219 or something like that. And he's like, "No, that's 290. And so I got a no-go for land nav and failed. Even though it had the punch, they knew I was physically at the point, but because the ink had bled on the score sheet, I got recycled.
My nickname in Ranger School, I don't know if you guys heard of this story, Rocket Ishmael. No?
I know who Rocket Ishmael is. But...
Yeah, but I was the Rocket Ishmael of Ranger School. I got caught walking the road, and one of the RIs was wearing a ghillie suit. And I walk up on this guy, and he pops out the wood line. And I'm just, trying to make this next point. And finally get there, and he pops up, and I look at him, he looks at me, and I take off, man, like on a dead sprint. I got away from him. I was kicking dirt. It was like the Roadrunner cartoon where the dirt's kicking up in the back. I'm hauling ass. I get back and turn in my sheet or whatever. The RI comes up to me. He's like, "You know what? I would normally kick somebody out like that, but because you were the fastest person I've ever seen run, I'm going to let you go ahead and go." I mean, this dude, I did like a dead sprint for like a good mile. My fastest mile time was on, trying not to get caught and get kicked out of Ranger School.
With pre-Ranger, when I went to pre-Ranger, I talked about Sergeant Nash and how I thought he hated me.
Yeah.
So I show up to pre-Ranger, and who, of course, is pre-Ranger cadre now is Sergeant First Class Nash. I'm just like, oh, God.
No, you're going to fail.
And we're out at, because you go to Coal Range again, right?
Yeah.
So we're out of Coal Range, and then we're like doing the field exercises. We're like setting up patrol base and stuff. And I remember this is the last night we had a patrol base set up. And I think every person on a gun in the patrol base fell asleep. Every SAW gunner, every 240 gunner in the patrol base fell asleep. So all the cadre get 550 cord, and they walk up and tie 550 cord to the triggers of all these.
Oh, my gosh.
And they literally come back with 550 cord, and there's like a couple of them holding multiple guns, like 550 cord, and they just 1, 2, 3, wah! Like every gun in the patrol base is going off at the same time, and we're all waking up. Like everybody's just racked out. People are waking up, oh God, like freaking out, falling over each other, jumping up, like what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, we got a little smoking.
I had Sergeant Duncan was an NCOIC when I went through pre-range.